Hi, my darlings. I'm Sophie Darling, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we're starting a new adventure, and we are watching Demon Slayer. I don't know anything. Obviously, I'm going in completely blind, but I'm gonna presume, based on the title, it has demons in it, and part of the goal is to slay them. I'm really excited to watch this. I've had quite a few friends in my personal life recommend this to me. They also were the same friends that recommended Attack on Titan, and I loved Attack on Titan, so I'm going to trust them that this is also something I'm going to enjoy. But it's always really exciting to start a new adventure, especially with you all here on Patreon and YouTube. I did hear that there were like 4 movies, I think fairly recently, because I remember there was like buzz on social media about like Demon Slayer fairly recently, but I can't tell you what on earth it was in relation to, because obviously I hadn't watched Demon Slayer. I was intending to watch it, but not for a couple more months. So I was like, well, I'm not gonna like delve into this information because it might be spoilers for me. So all I remember is just seeing people getting really hyped and excited, but it didn't mean anything to me. Whereas if it was an anime that like I had watched or was following, I would have been like, oh my god, what is this information? So yeah, I am very, very excited. Really looking forward to this. I'm not going to ramble because I have nothing to talk to you about because we haven't even watched the first episode. So without further ado, let's jump into episode 1. Oh, what an opening. Oh, I like that first person perspective, but you also see like the struggle of the eyelids to open against the snow. Those tracks look deeper than his tracks, and that blood doesn't look like it's coming from her, so that's ominous. Poor boy can barely carry her. It might be her blood because you saw the blood when he was walking then, so it could just be distortion of the perspective because the blood looked like it was in front of him.
雪が降って危ないから行かなくてもいいんだよ。
正月になったらみんなに腹いっぱい食べさせてやりたい。
Is this his mom?
少しでも炭を売ってくるよ。
Oh, what a sweet boy.
今日も町に行くの？私も行く。炭治郎みたいに早く歩けないでしょ？
Why has he got red hair? Like, is this just to single him out as like the protagonist? Because his hair is such a different color to like his siblings and his mom. So what I'm going to assume is, considering he only has one sibling with him, everyone else has possibly died because we don't see his mom, we don't see his dad. That's presuming he has a dad because we haven't seen a father like come into it yet. It's very much setting up the premise that his family has died, that he maybe has gone to sell the charcoal and come back to see like the decimation of his family. But only one of his sisters lived, and that's why he's so desperate to get her out of there, and he's trudging through this snowstorm, struggling under the weight of her to get help. But he seems like such a warm-hearted young boy so far, as in he doesn't have to do this. His mom's telling him he doesn't have to, but in his mind he's like, I want to because I want everyone to eat well. And his little siblings even want to go and they want to help, and his mom's like, no, because you can't walk fast enough, which again means everyone is going to be here for the subsequent events because we know that he's not, that he must come back to find the fate that has inevitably befallen his family, because what we saw at the beginning is likely going to be how it ends, so it all comes full circle. We're seeing now the build up to that moment.
今日は荷車を引いていけないから乗せてもらって休んだりできないのよ。
I love the way that eyes are animated. It's very unique.
ちゃんとお手伝いするよ。
ありがとな花子。今日はお留守番だ。
Shape it, please.
その代わりうまいもんいっぱい買ってくるから。
Oh, this is gonna be so tragic.
花子も 帰ったら本読んでやるからな。
Oh, he's making promises that aren't ever going to be fulfilled.
竹雄、できる範囲で構わないから少し木を切っといてくれ。
そりゃやるけどさ、一緒にやると思ったのにさ。
Oh, all his siblings really love him.
なんだよ急に。先に行ってるぐら。うるせえ
よしよし。
だからやめろって。
I think that's what makes it even more tragic is that they're all such like a close-knit family.
気をつけてね。
Is this going to be his last image of them?
お父さんが死んじゃって寂しいのよね。
Oh, so they don't have a dad. He died.
みんなお兄
So
ちゃんに
he's kind of taken on the role of head of the family. That's why he feels like he needs to make all this money because that pressure's fallen on him. So that's the sister that is injured.
でも人生には空模様があるからな。
Yeah, foreshadowing.
そして
I think he's probably going to feel guilty that he wasn't there when his family were attacked. He's probably going to feel as if he could have made a difference if he'd been there, but I don't think he could have. He doesn't seem like a warrior type, but that could kind of form the basis for his journey, is not only to want to protect his sister and save his sister, but to ensure that what happened to his family doesn't happen to anyone else. But it could also be a journey of proving himself that he can protect others, because in his family's most dire moment of need, he wasn't there. He couldn't do anything. He came back after it all happened. So I think that's going to be sort of his driving force as a protagonist, is this need to prove to himself, to atone for the guilt that he feels that he couldn't help his family when they needed him most, but also possibly revenge, because he's going to be incredibly angry, as you would be, completely fair and rational. But what I'm really interested in is how demons are represented, because the only other demon representation I have seen in anime is Frieren. So I'm really curious as to how Demon Slayer is going to approach it.
この間障子を張り替えてくれてありがとな。
こっちも炭ちょうだい。
He's gonna make some money. Oh dear. What's he done?
炭治郎皿を割った犯人にされてんだよ俺。助けてくれよ。嗅いでくれ。
猫の匂いがする。
Oh, he has a really good sense of smell.
俺じゃないって言っただろ。
Oh, will he be able to smell demons? Like sniff them out? Because if he can smell that it was a cat, potentially.
おめえ山に帰るつもりか。危ねえからやめろ。うちに止めてやる。来い。戻れ。
でも
いいから来い。
Oh
鬼
no.
が出るぞ。
So he stays overnight. Oh, he's gonna beat himself up so badly. 100% he's gonna feel like he's to blame. That if he hadn't stayed the night, if he had got there sooner, he could have helped them.
鬼ってどんなだ？
昔から人食い鬼は日が暮れるとうろつき出す。だから夜歩き回るもんじゃねえ。
So do they not enter homes? Because it's making it sound like they don't come into a house.
入
Yeah.
ってこないのか。
いや、入ってくる。
Okay, so what difference does it make whether you're outside or not?
だから鬼狩り様が鬼を切ってくれるんだ。昔から。
He's gonna become a demon hunter. That's gonna be his mission.
三郎じいさん、家族を亡くして一人暮らしだから寂しいんだろうな。
Did he lose his family to
今度弟
demons?
たちを連れてくるから。
Oh,
怖がら
this
な
is
くても
so
鬼なんかいな
sad.
いよ。大丈夫。
Because he's never going to be able to say those words to them. Like, oh, I'll tell them that they have nothing to fear, that they'll be safe. And he's going to realize that safety is an illusion in this world.
幸せが壊れる時にはいつも
He can smell blood.
血の匂い。
Yeah. Oh, God. She was trying to protect the youngest.
何があった。
They're all gone.
母ちゃん。母ちゃん。花子。竹雄。茂。
Wiped out like that. His whole family. No wonder he's so desperate to save her. She's all he has left.
医者に見せれば助かるかもしれない。息が苦しい。凍てついた空気で肺が痛い。
What's really disturbing is that it doesn't look like any of them were eaten. It looks like they were just killed for no reason.
急げ。
That it was almost for fun rather than for actual need.
絶対
Oh.
助ける。兄ちゃんが助けてやる。
Oh, her hands were twitching in a weird way. Oh no.
しまった。
Oh, she has fangs now. Is she a demon? Oh, fuck, that's ominous.
禰豆子。
Oh, God.
これは
Her nails as well.
禰豆子が人食いように。いや違う。禰豆子は人間だ。生まれた時から
Oh, his dad had red hair. That's why he does.
ドクターをかばうように倒れていたし、口や手に血はついていなかった。
So it wasn't her.
もう一つの匂いが。体が大きくなった。
What the fuck?
家でぬくぬくと寝ていた間、みんなあんなむごいことに苦しかったろ。助けてやれなくてごめんな。
So was this accidental or did somebody turn her on purpose?
禰豆子、頑張れ禰豆子、こらえろ、頑張ってくれ。鬼になんかなるな。
Oh God.
何するんだ。頑張れ。頑張れ。
Is she gonna die? Is she crying? Oh, she's fighting back. There's a human part of her still. She's trying to restrain it because she recognizes her brother. Oh my God. Holy shit, the animation is so cool.
誰だ。刀。
He's a demon hunter or a demon slayer.
妹だ。俺の妹なんだ。
So part of his mission is going to be to try and return her back to normal. How do you do that?
俺の仕事は鬼を切ることだ。
And she's a demon.
お前の妹の首も跳ねる。
禰豆子は誰も殺してない。俺の家にはもう一つ嗅いだことのない誰かの匂いがした。みんなを殺すのは多分そいつだ。
But in his mind, she's still a danger.
傷口に鬼の血を浴びたから鬼になった。
Kind of like a vampire.
そうやって増える。
禰豆子は人を食ったりしない。俺のことはちゃんと分かってるはずだ。俺が誰も傷つけさせない。きっと禰豆子を人間に戻す。
治らない。
I love how his hair was cut
人間に戻
perfectly.
探
ることはない。
す。必ず方法を見つけるから。殺さないでくれ。
This is his driving
家族を
force.
殺したやつを見つけ出すから。俺が全部ちゃんとするから。やめてくれ。もうこれ以上俺から奪うのは
He's lost enough.
やめてください。どうか妹を殺さないでください。
生殺与奪の剣を他人に握らせるな。惨めったらしくうずくまるのはやめろ。そんなことが通用するならお前の家族は殺されていない。
Jesus.
奪うか奪われるかの時に主導権を握れない弱者が妹を治す。敵を見つける。
It's like you need to be stronger. You need to be better than this.
妹を治す方法は鬼なら知ってるかもしれない。だが鬼どもがお前の意志や願いを尊重してくれると思うなよ。なぜさっきお前は妹に覆いかぶさった。 あんなことで守ったつもりか。そのしくじりで妹を取られてい
He's
る。
like, you need to be better than this. You need to fight.
してもよかったんだぞ。
It's all a learning lesson.
泣くな。絶望するな。そんなのは今することじゃない。
Now's the time to rise.
家族を殺され、妹は鬼になり。
He
辛いだろ
sees something in him. I don't think he would be given in this lesson if he
わ
didn't.
かるよ。俺があと半日早く来ていれば、お前の家族は死んでなかったかもしれな
Oh, he feels responsible too.
い。許せないという強く純粋な怒りは、手足を動かすための揺るぎない原動力になる。
He wants you to fight. There we go. That's exactly what he wants. The music is so good.
感情に任せた単純な攻撃。愚か。
You're leaving yourself open.
斧はどこだ。
Ooh.
木の陰に隠れる直前、こちらに石を投げ、と同時に上へ斧を投げた。
So you followed the rock, but not the
丸腰であるのを
hatchet.
悟られないよう、振りかぶった体勢で手元を隠す。
Smart.
俺に勝てないのが分かっていたからだ。こいつは。
He's not as weak as he seems.
しまった。食われる。
She's not going to.
禰豆子は違うん
She's
だ。
protecting him.
人を食ったりしない。
同じようなことを言って鬼に食われた奴がいた。飢餓状態になっている鬼は親でも兄弟でも殺して食べる。今までそういう場面を山ほど見
There
て
has
き
to
た。
be another way to feed her that's
この
not
娘は怪我を負わされており、
humans.
それを治すために力を消費している。間違いなく今は重度の飢餓状態。
And yet she still didn't eat her brother. She's fighting against that demonic nature.
こいつらは何か違うのかもしれない。
Possibly. She might be the exception to the rule.
置き去りにしてごめんね炭治郎。
Oh.
禰豆子頼むわね。
They've put it in her mouth so she won't bite anyone.
起きたか。
He's gonna help
さぎり
them.
山のふもとに住んでいる鱗滝左近寺という老人を訪ねろ。富岡義勇に言われてきたと言え、妹を太陽のもとに連れ出すなよ。
Does sunlight bring out their strength? Do they draw power from the sun? Interesting.
行くぞ。
How fickle life truly is. In the blink of an eye, you lose everything you care about. But at least he has his sister. She's his driving force forward. Oh, is that it? I wanted more. That was really good. I love the animation. I love the way their eyes are drawn. I feel like that's a really unique feature I've not quite seen. Maybe it's because their eyes are like such unusual colors, whereas in most of the anime I've seen so far, it's been quite like natural looking, whereas their eyes are really sort of beautifully focused on, and they do say the eyes are the window to the soul, so you can kind of see that internal conflict that Nezuko is going through, in that she's trying to fight against this inherent demon nature to devour and consume, because she on some level knows that that's her brother and she doesn't want to harm him, she doesn't want to hurt him, because as Tanjiro said, she would never do that, she would never eat Tomioko. I'm going to butcher names, I do apologize, but he essentially said that there was somebody that said it before and then ended up being devoured by humans, because no matter what, they're consumed by this urge, because humans are densely nutrient rich. So demons need to eat them in order to survive. So how is he going to keep her alive is the running question, because if she needs to eat in order to survive, is he going to be able to feed her on anything else? Because if she doesn't eat, she's going to starve and she's going to weaken and she's going to perish. Unless they feed her like raw animal meat, but I imagine she may end up being considerably weaker than other demons because she's not eating humans. So that could be something that we see factor in, that in not eating humans, she sacrifices some of her strength in the process because she's not getting the same nutrients. But he was saying that perhaps they are different, meaning that they're not the first, but they may be the first to succeed. They may be the first to prove everyone wrong that demons are capable of perhaps being changed back into humans, that they don't always have to stay this way. I don't know if I would like them to change her back. I feel like it would be more interesting to keep her as a demon and have her sort of constantly wrestle with this animalistic nature and this human nature, that it's this divide between the beast and the person that she once was. And maybe she starts to be able to speak again, because at the minute she can't speak. She's almost guttural. She's not actually communicating. So it would be interesting to see if maybe she does regain the ability to speak and if she's able to actually regain control over her demon self and maybe weaponize that. I feel like it would be more interesting to have her as a demon and that they're not successful in turning her back at the end. I feel like that's too happy ending-ish, but again, that just depends how they want to conclude the story. I think there's a lot to go before she would ever be possibly transformed, and it sounds as if this journey is going to be a long enduring one, because demons won't just give up this knowledge easily. And that's what he's trying to tell him, is like, yes, I understand what you're going through and I empathize, because if I had been here earlier, I could have prevented you from suffering this fate, from your family having died. But you need to harness that rage and you need to weaponize it. You can't just sink into despair, because sinking into despair is not going to help you, and it's not going to help your sister that you're so desperate to save. To avenge your family, you need to be strong. You need to not put yourself at risk of dying, which is what he was doing. Yes, he was protecting her, but he was leaving himself vulnerable. So this is obviously going to be the catalyst to him learning how to defend himself against demons and also how to protect Nazuko. And I imagine others too, because if he's being sent by someone that was a demon slayer, likelihood is that over the next couple of episodes, we'll see him training and honing his skills and his abilities. I love that he cut his hair and his hair fell into like the most fashionable looking haircut ever. But his family didn't look like they had been eaten. So it poses the question that demons are possibly not only killing for food, but also because they maybe gain enjoyment from it in making humans suffer, and they find amusement in it because their bodies were left intact. So it does just seem as if this person wasn't doing it to feed, but maybe for fun, maybe because they find torturing and harming humans enjoyable. But this sense of smell is going to be beneficial to him. That I think he's going to be able to hone that to sniff out demons, which is going to make him an exceptional hunter, because he doesn't have to just track them down through following evidence in trails left in the snow or the mud. He can do it by scent, like how he knew that his family were dead before he even opened the doors, before he even came across his sister's body, because he could smell the blood. And I love that it showed that fear. He didn't want to look inside the building because he knew deep down that what he was going to see was something he could never recover from. So he's began his journey to save his sister and get revenge. And he's going to hone his strength as a demon slayer in the process. I'm really looking forward to seeing the demons, because we've had some of it set up, like the premise of it, how someone can become a demon. But it will be interesting to see like an actual demon in the flesh, if they're like capable of human speech, if they're manipulative, if they're wily, I imagine we'll see like different ranges in that you may have some that can maybe blend in better than others and that they can use that to their own advantage, that they can be manipulative, and you'll maybe have those that are more like bestial that have never really been able to retain any human qualities and therefore act on their urges and they don't restrain it. Whereas Nazco seems to be torn between this human and bestial side. She recognizes that's her brother, and that's why she didn't eat him, because she knew that it was him when he was calling her name. He was pleading with her. And she proved him wrong when he thought, oh, she's going to consume him, by actually standing over him and protecting him and keeping him guarded. I think this was such a good episode. I'm really looking forward to seeing how it progresses, but I think his guilt is going to play a massive part in his journey. He's constantly going to feel as if he's to blame for what happened, that if maybe he had been there sooner, he could have prevented it, but he would have died. As was being shown here, he's not equipped to the same skill level as this hunter. Yes, he nearly got one up on him, but he's still not equipped to the same degree, which means if he had faced this demon, he would have died alongside his family. And I think that's something he may come to the realization of eventually, but it's just incredibly tragic that in the blink of an eye, everything changes. And as he's saying, life can change suddenly like the weather. It's not always like it stays sunny. His life changed overnight. He lost his mom and his younger siblings, and now his sister is a demon, and he has to pursue this mission to try and get her back, to try and heal her. But that knowledge is only something that can be pursued from actually speaking with demons, it seems, because he's saying that the demons will have this knowledge, but that implies that the demons are capable of communicating it, which makes me very, very intrigued as to how they represent the demons going forward. Because again, we've only seen one demon. We've seen the aftermath of a demon attack. We've had some indications that they will come into the home and just slaughter people regardless, that it won't keep them out, that there are demon hunters that reside within these areas to track them down, to kill them. So there's a whole warrior system designed to keep this threat at bay. But where the demons originate from, how they function, if they can blend in to human villages, is something that I'm really interested in. Like, is this going to be a scenario where like it's hard sometimes to root them out because they're very good at masking? I feel like that would be a really intriguing premise. But I think that's all I have to say for now. I cannot wait to watch episode 2 already. But thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this react, please consider liking, subscribing, and leaving a comment below to help boost this video into the algorithm. Until next episode, bye!